friends, welcome back to another video. In this video, I wanted to talk about breaking up with social media and what to do after the fact. For some, it may be easy, but for others, it's literally starting over on a blank slate. In today's video, I wanted to share some resources that can inspire creativity and intentional living. Everything listed will be online library resources that are available on Kindle, web browsers, and in your phone, because I wanted to make sure that there was some variety. I know sometimes we just want to chuck our phone away and forget it exists. If you want more in-person activities through the library, I have a separate video that I made a couple months ago that I will link as well. But in this video, we're focusing on online resources that aren't really talked about enough. And I needed to make sure that they got out there because my community is going to be a community that's educated on this stuff. As I get into the video, please note that while some libraries do offer these things, some don't, but there's always a way to see if you can get them. One is going to your librarian and seeing if your library has the funding or the resources to be able to add in these additions. The other one is going to other libraries within your county and seeing if they offer them, because some libraries offer more than others because branches are quite wide and they really do enjoy offering access or offering resources. For example, one of the resources I'm going to list is actually through a completely other library that is nowhere near me, but it's in my county, so I can be able to use the resource, which I'm very grateful for. Okay, that was a super long intro, but let's get into where you can find these resources. For me, I just was able to go to my library's website and put in e-media or online resources, and a full catalog came down with everything that was accessible. And I believe it should work for everybody watching as well. If you just look up online resources or e-media, then you can have a full catalog of where to find these resources. Okay, I'm going to be referencing everything from my notes, which is on my iPad. Don't mind my iPad case. It's very old, but it's holding up, so I don't really mind it. So the first one is Flipster. Flipster is a magazine that is available on browser and on app. I have both because I just really enjoy both. The thing I really love about Flipster is the fact that you can go back to magazines that are as far back as early 2000s. You have a huge variety of categories to be able to search. If you're somebody who really enjoys magazines and flipping through them and getting inspiration, I feel like this app / website is the best option for that because one, it's free, and two, you just have so many categories. Some examples of magazines I currently am reading is woodworking, Bon Appetit, Better Home and Garden, Better Nutrition, Astrology, and I think that's it right now. But that's about 7. How many did I say? 6? I don't keep count of that, but that was a couple magazines, and I have multiple of each one because I just like flipping through the different ones. Some of mine date as far back to 2010 because I just really like the style around that time. This is perfect if you really like getting inspiration, and if you're somebody who likes annotating, they have a category where you can be able to take notes, save pages, highlight, and all these different things. That is Flipster, and that is my first resources. The second one, which honestly shocks me a lot because I wouldn't expect it to be on there, is language learning apps or language learning anything. For me, my library ended up offering a Rosetta Stone for free, but other libraries may offer different learning language apps. I think Rosetta Stone may be partnered with libraries, which I find that really, really nice. I just want to be able to communicate with a lot of people. The fact that I feel limited to not being able to honestly is really frustrating. So the access to this honestly makes me very happy. The thing I really like about Rosetta Stone is that it offers a lot of languages, but when it's through a library, they have a limit of how many they can offer. But I've noticed mine offers about 20, and I can list off a few for you guys. So for me, my library offers Arabic, Chinese, German, English, French, Greek, Irish, Italian, Portuguese, Russian, Filipino, Swedish, Turkish, Vietnamese, and a lot more. Something I will really like about Rosetta Stone, especially because this is my first time using it, is the fact that it teaches you based on context clues. You have to figure out what you're learning without English translation or whichever is your native language. It gives you multiple examples within speech and text. It also teaches you pronunciation, grammar. It's very when you were a child and you had to pick up a language. I don't know the actual terminology for that, but I find it amazing. It actually makes you pick up on what you're learning. If you don't have Rosetta Stone on yours, check to see if you have just language learning period. And yes. Next is Hoopla. Hoopla is available on app and browser, and the thing I really like about Hoopla is it's everything. So it's audiobooks, movies, TVs, comics, manga, and music. I personally use Hoopla for books. There's a lot of books that my library personally doesn't offer, so I can be able to go on Hoopla and find them. For example, there's this Chinese medicine book that I'm reading, and I really like it, but I wasn't able to find it at my library, but I was able to find it on Hoopla. Now I can learn about qi, and I can learn about different Chinese medicines. Same with the book Braiding Sweetgrass. I couldn't find that at my library. I think it was just checked out, but I was able to find it on Hoopla. So now I can read the book and also engage with the audiobook version, so I can have a little bit of both. The way Hoopla works is each library allows a certain amount of borrows a month, and it refreshes. And for certain borrows, because there's 2 levels of borrows, you have instant borrows and then you have flex borrows. Flex borrows, you can refresh once you return a flex borrow. I think the same works for instant borrows as well, but I'm not too sure. Next month it's the same thing, but now you have access to all of your borrows again. The music is not super updated, but it's updated enough. I would say it's probably about a month back, which I think that's pretty soon if you really think about it. But yes, that's Hoopla. We have Libby. It's a library, but it's on browser and an app. Libby I find really cool because they also offer it on Kindle, so you can be able to have all of your library books on your Kindle. Something else I like about Libby is the fact that it's only focused on audiobooks and ebooks, and they're newer releases. If you're somebody who likes to stay updated with releases of books, Libby is the perfect place for that. There was a book I really wanted to read after watching C-drama Pursuit of Jade. Not the Pursuit of Jade book, but it was a counter book, which is kind of similar in plot line, and I was able to find it on Libby, which makes me so happy. I still want to find it in the library because I do like physical copies sometimes, so I could be able to have the audiobook on Libby and just like really engage. But the fact that I was able to find the book, and Libby is also free. The next one is for movie watchers. I would categorize myself as a movie watcher myself. If you're somebody who is into older historical, educational, or just classic TV and movies, Canopy is perfect for you. Canopy has a very large variety of categories. The other day I was scrolling on it and I saw Clueless. Clueless is a movie I grew up watching, and it makes me feel very nostalgic. I love the fashion in it, and it's something I just watch on those days where I'm like cleaning up, or I just need like a background movie, or if I just want to watch it. It's kind of like how I view Legally Blonde. Some categories that Canopy offers: arts, business, education, global studies, language, health, media, science, social science, and series. For example, with series, they have a lot of British media on there. If you're somebody who really likes Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, they have a lot of the older versions of that. Canopy is really nice if you want to learn something, or if you just want to watch something. Okay, the last one is my favorite one, and it is Universal Class. Universal Class is an online learning resource with over 1,000 classes. I personally am currently using it to take a nutrition class because although I really have a huge passion for nutrition, it's not something I'm currently studying in school, but I still want to learn about it. I found that they had a Nutrition 101 class on there, so I could be able to still have the passion of learning what it is that I have a huge interest in, but on my own. Sometimes we need the ability to still want to learn other things outside of the one thing that we maybe study in school, and being able to do that through free resource is soothing. What I really like about Universal Class is the fact that the classes are very detailed. They have lessons within lessons. My current nutrition class, 11 total lessons, and they go into the nitty-gritty, how you digest, how certain foods work with the body, and they also have extreme exams. I think my class right now has 23 total exams. It's really testing your knowledge on what you learned. Additionally, they give you a certificate at the end of the class, so you can be able to be like, yeah, I took this class and I really liked it. Or maybe you didn't like it, but you still took the class. Some examples of things they have on Universal Class would be accounting, business, finance, science, medicine, law, crafts, and hobbies. Why did I find that they had a garden class? That would have been really helpful last year, honestly, because I did not know too much. I was using the research I knew what I had at the time, which was like YouTube, which YouTube was amazing. But it would have been cool if I knew about this. Personal development, writing, and psychology, and there's more. I didn't write all of that down. But yes, Universal Class is amazing if you're trying to learn a new skill for free, and you can be able to have a certificate if you want to put in like a binder or something. So that was my list, but I have some bonuses as well. First bonus is the library's archives. A lot of libraries within their web database has huge archives. If you want to look at old pictures, if you want to look at old research papers, books, whatever you need for research papers, or just if you just want to research it yourself, then you can find that through a library. Additionally, libraries offer a lot of clubs in person and online. I took an online yoga class and it was so fun. It was through Zoom actually. You still engage with a actual instructor, but you're still in the comfort of your home or wherever you choose to be. If you want to know about these things, you can look online, libraries calendar, or you can go to your library and get a physical paper of everything they have planned out for the month, and then you can join maybe a book club or a garden club or a yap and craft or a yap and read or a regular book club. I'm really happy that I have the ability to share this information with you guys, because I really wish for my community to just be aware of a lot of the things libraries may offer that people just don't know about. Sometimes we do feel a little bit like, dang, like I want to do this thing, but maybe it's too expensive, or maybe I don't have access to it, or maybe I just don't know about it. I want to be the person to be able to tell you about that. That is all I have for you today. Please remember, in the time of overconsumption, that there's still space for intentional consumption. And when I say intentional consumption, I mean engaging in good media, engaging in learning something that can really fulfill you. With a balance of both in-person and online resources, it can create a really beautiful shift. Additionally, if you're somebody who's interested in reading rather than listening sometimes, I have a written version of this complete video on my blog, which is also free. And then if you're somebody who likes in-person more things, I will link my other video, which basically goes to the in-person activities that libraries offer. But that is all, and I thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.